Okay guys, I'm here with another Temu mold. I mean, this is the lid. This is tiny. Anyhow, so I've inspected the box and it looks iffy. And I inspected the lid and I went ahead and put a glow-in-the-dark tattoo on it, and I'll show you exactly how it looks. Get it a little bit brighter. I absolutely love glow-in-the-dark tattoos. There it is. Little butterflies. But so that is going to be the lid of my box, and I forgot to hit record before I put the tattoo on, but it's there. And I also am hoping to use these. They are really, really bright little teeny tiny butterflies. That's amazing. They're so bright, I can't even get a good shot of them for you guys. But, and that was just, what, 3 seconds with the UV light? I hear you, Mouse. My cat's name is Mouse. But anyhow, so I do not know how I'm going to get these to stay without floating away in the resin, especially since I want to do the resin in these pigments to match the colors of the tattoo. I am a little bit colorblind. If you would have asked Mike before he passed, he would have said I was completely colorblind. But, so I have serious issues trying to look at a bottle of this and say what color it is. Especially since these are, I think, highly concentrated. But, I mean, they look really different to what their name is. Like, this is aquamarine. And I don't know, it looks green to me. And this says, what does, oh, rose quartz, and it looks like red to me. And this is purple agate, and it's so dark, I'm hoping it's purple. I can see, I think, a little purple on the bottom. But anyways, and those are the 3 colors I see in this tattoo. At least I'm hoping. But anyway, and then I have this, what I'm hoping is white. What does it say? Tridicna stone. Anyway, so I'm not real sure about, I don't know what to do. I'll be back. Okay. It's getting very late and I still haven't figured out what I'm doing. But I stuck these butterflies on here and I'm really surprised. I tapped and banged around and they don't fall off, and I know you're already thinking, they're gonna float, they're gonna come up to the top, don't do it. But I'm gonna do it. And then I'm just gonna, I mean, what happens happens. If they float, it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. I still have the glow in the dark on the tattoo. But I sure do hope it's gonna work, because check this out. Those are intense. Those are from Temu. That's like 89 cents. I'm raving about 89-cent little glow-in-the-darks. So, if they stay down by some miracle, then very cool. If they don't, they don't. Just so y'all know, I measured this with water to find out what it would take, and it takes 190 milliliters to fill it up. So, and let's see, it was, yeah, this takes 50 milliliters just to fill the top, and then the other 140 is throughout. But so that's what it takes. I'll be back. Oh, good grief, guys. I forgot again. I'm still so new at this. I forgot to turn on the camera. But anyhow, I made an insane concoction to get those colors. And they're kind of weird looking colors. That turquoise or that aquamarine is not as blue as I thought it was going to be or hoped it was going to be. So, and the white was not white. So I ended up having to put a teeny tiny crumb of a drip of white paste to my white stone pigment paste, and then I used the rose quartz with a white drop of pigment paste. And when I say pigment paste, I mean this ocean white resin pigment. Sorry, excuse me. This one right here by Let's Resin. I even had to add that in with this stone white. And then I did the purple agate with a drip of white. But the only one I had to, with a drip of white resin paste, I mean, but the only one I had to really augment or change up was the aquamarine. Was just not getting any better, and then when I put a little bit of white, it got greener. So then I had to drown a bunch of this. I think it's in it's in Chinese. I can't figure it out, but it looks blue to me, and I didn't get anywhere. So I'm just going with it. But I was going with the colors that were in the feather, so I'm going to leave it there. It's only half full or 3/4 away full. I'm going to leave it there, see what happens. And then tomorrow I'll probably just top it off with white. And then mix up the rest to do the rest of the box. I only did this part right here, this piece, because I really wanted to see what was going to happen, where I was going. And then before I knew it, it turned into 3:15 in the morning. Okay, I will see you guys in the morning. I'm very new at this. Y'all gotta just bear with me for a minute. I'm gonna get a new camera arm so that I can do above my head filming. I'll get with the program, but I'm very new. Newbie. But anyway, what I was saying was, I did not turn on the camera last night when I mixed my colors, but it wouldn't have made a difference. I mixed them to my liking. So, I mean, how much or what I put in, it's irrelevant. Because, I mean, you mix the colors that you want to mix. And I thought I was going to hate it, but I absolutely love the colors. I absolutely love how it's turning out. But I am very worried about these goofy little prongs here. I just don't know how those are going to hold this thing together. But we'll see. I mean, I gotta be careful. This thing is not even a quarter of an inch. I mean, it's just a few millimeters deep. So, I mean, this is really cheapy. It is from Temu, and it was like under $5. But anyhow, this is just a fly-by-night kind of project. I was dying to just try out one of their molds. But anyhow, this lid is done. So I'm dying to see what it looks like. So we're going to do this now. Let's see. I am going to adjust my camera again because I guess I work close to my body because the camera's, I'm always out of shot. But I will tell you, I already know. I've seen all the bubbles. I did this at 3:30 in the morning, but I took a pin and I went all the way around, bent it, went all the way around, and got all the bubbles out. And then, obviously, when I went to bed, bubbles formed again. So I won't be doing this mold again. It's just not worth the time and the epoxy. Okay, I'm very fussy about wasting epoxy, so, but I can, yeah, I see, look at that. Look at that. That's terrible. Oh, that's terrible. And it is, no, the lid is hard, but I don't think the bottom is ready yet. Yeah, look at that side. Yeah, this is, it comes out real easy, but I'm not happy about all the bubbles. Ah, look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness. If the box doesn't work out, I will find something to use this on because I'm telling you, in person, it is absolutely stunning. I mean, stunning. Like, but the tattoo, it lights up too. I can see it really clear, but it's not coming up on camera very well. But this lid is adorable. I'm blown away. My colors are awesome. Let's see now. There it is. See it? That is really something. I love it. Like I said, if the box doesn't work, I'll find something to use this on. There's little teeny tiny bubbles right there. It probably got caught under the tattoo. But it is pretty. Oh, jeez. It is so pretty. I can't believe those colors worked out that well. Okay, I will be back. Okay, guys. I think this is ready to come out. It's still a little bendy, but these end pieces, yeah, these end pieces feel like they're pretty hard and ready to come out. Okay. Yeah, those little prongy things are in there. They're not super hard yet, but wow. Not a single air bubble. I think this will be a fluke, this one. And butterflies are glowing away. Alright, let's see what we got here. A little air bubble right on the handle, of course, or on the edge, of course, but I believe that's going to be the bottom end cap. And these feel a little bendy still, but I mean, I picked up the mold and went like that, so this cracked loose, so I'm going to hope that they're okay to take out. Yeah, see an air bubble right there. Yeah, we got some little tiny air bubbles. Not sure if that's gonna keep me from making another one. All the butterflies glow really nice. Even with the light on, you can still see them glowing. But this, like I said, this is a very cheapy little mold, so this box is going to be a very cheapy little box. But it is worth doing a video, and it is worth using it for personal use. Whether I would make one to sell, I don't know. Depends, because that lid, like I showed, that lid. Now, most of the problems with the lid, I forgot to tell you, most of the problems with the lid are on the under part, where it is just not visible unless you're taking it off. This was, you know, first time using it. I think with a little more work, a little effort, I could probably get it better. When I went to bed last night, I was thinking, yeah, this is going to be a throwaway. It'll be a video, and that's about all it'll be. But I don't know, now that I'm getting it out, and now that I'm seeing it in action, seeing it as finished. There's the bottom. And wouldn't you know, look at the bottom. Not an air bubble in sight. That's the bottom. Why couldn't all the air bubbles be on the bottom? Look at that. There's not an air bubble in sight, and every prong is 30 in M shape. That's my life. The bottom of the pile is always the best of my life. Alright, I don't know what that means, but look at that. Smooth as a baby's butt. I'm pretty tickled with these colors. They're bizarre together. That goofy weird pink and that purple and then that odd ass green. And I say odd because, like I told you before, I'm colorblind, people. I'm colorblind. Oh, that might not be good. That looks like it. Yeah, it was an air bubble. Now that little peg is shorter than this peg and it doesn't have a little flipper on it. Ah! An air bubble caught right in the end of the prong. So now that piece of the prong is missing. But once I figure out how this goes together, I'm going to glue it together and hopefully not see the bad stuff. But I'm excited. Okay, I'm going to figure out how it goes together, and then I'll come back on and show you guys how it goes.
She never opened it because who the fuck opens the manual? Oh, side note, Adam tells her why Paul embezzled $1 million. They cheated.
It's been a couple more hours, so this is finally nice and firm.
So there you have it. It was
so let's see how this works.
Just, you fucked my wife, so I'm charging you, basically.
But you don't need money.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
So,
hey.
Anyway, I mean, they made it, like, it all made sense. It was like a whole power play. They were already, like, tense because Paul was becoming more and more controlling for some reason as time went on, and they were having all of these, they were just butting heads on the direction of the firm. And then he embezzled, even his wife was like, you're over, like, you're literally shooting your own firm by doing this to your firm. But he called the FBI in a fit of anger because he has no temper control. And
lopsided form, because these are filled to the top, so there's no reason that it should be shaky.
Basically. And then he was like, okay, I'm going to pay it back, and I will settle the case outside of court. But the FBI already found the files on his computer.
What the fuck?
So anyway, Claire...
And I'm not sure how in the world this is going to work.
Claire takes Paul's laptop that was left in his office at the firm and plugs in the USB drive, and she gets in the password. Because the date it all started, the day her sister went missing. It opened, and there it was. 16 spreadsheets, names, emails, addresses, bank information, members since... client list. 800-something men from all over the world. Then one last file. Pictures upon pictures. Blackmail, proof, whatever you want to call it.
I might have
Congressman Jackson
to come back to you guys after I get it together, because I got a feeling I'm going to cuss.
They were tying girls up like deer and posing with them like trophies.
Yeah, I can't even. It's not even
A
in
lot
the
of
shot.
these men were unclothed from the witness.
You're such a good listener, Thomas. It makes me feel so spiritual.
You are special. If you don't mind, if you could just...
This makes me feel
Actually, this is still... Yeah, it's a little malleable still. I'm gonna wait till morning, because this just doesn't look good. I don't know what to do because the more I push it, the more it moves and mushes. But tomorrow when it's rock solid firm, it might snap in half trying to put it together. Well, that went right in.
On the way there, Claire stops and picks up containers of gasoline. She had a fire blanket in the back of the Tesla, always prepared, thanks to fucking Paul, motherfucker. And now, she was ready. She was gonna... It's fine, Claire. Put the gun down. Look, the fire won't stay subdued for long. Go ahead and give me the USB drive. I can leave. You can go.
This is the part I don't know how I'm gonna do.
And in a moment of weakness, Claire and Paul kissed, and they like really started making out. And boom, blood splattered everywhere. Paul was on the ground. His kneecap had basically been shattered and disintegrated. She would give some of the families closure or rest, answers, something. But soon enough, the entire home was engulfed in flames. Claire was filled with rage, though. Lydia had never seen her sister like that. She ran to the back, and Lydia's trying to limp and follow because she's been, like, fucked up, okay, for the past, like, 2 days. Lydia recognizes the gun in her sister's hand. It's my gun. She saw Paul on the ground, and he's crawling away, shaking his head. Claire, you gotta call an ambulance, please, babe. Please. You're a lying piece of shit. Where's Julia? Where is she? Claire, you need to get me help. Okay, honey, this is very serious. Tell me where my sister is. Lydia crouched down and stuck her hand into his gaping wound until she hit the bone and she dug. And he's like screaming animalistic
So
screams.
cute.
Tell us where
And
Julia
it,
is.
I'm shocked. It is thicker than, the mold is very deceiving.
I still shot him, like grazed his neck.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this back apart.
Blood
Because let me
splurting
show
out
you
his neck.
something
But he's not
here.
dead. And she straddles him, literally gets on top of him, pins his arms down so that he can't try to stop the blood flow, and stares him in the eyes while she watches the life. She doesn't even know who the
On
man is.
every
And
one of the
second of all, she
connections,
shouldn't be letting this happen because this
there's
is
a
not something that you mentioned
lip.
come back from,
If you
like
see
something
that
like that.
lift up there, that
But she
lip
couldn't
there,
stop it.
and it's actually
Once
hitting
he's
the,
dead, Claire
the
screamed
other
at Lydia.
piece, the
She's
next
in the
piece,
well.
before the
It was
rest
well
of it
in progress. I
does.
painted it into the painting. It's
So,
included in the
either
same
I
document.
sand
Here we
that,
go.
or
They run
I
like
UV resin, a
towards
real
the back
thin
of the
coat,
woods. She just had a good feeling.
all along the whole thing.
Because the well was
But
being used. And it's like a short little
I'm
well.
gonna
So
sand
they,
it.
like,
I'm just gonna sand down these edges, and then I'm gonna put it back together and glue it. So, that being said,
Right at the same time that they found
that's
her
what I'm
and
gonna
they
do.
saw it in the rain, the email went out.
It's always so much nicer to sand it while it's still a little soft. But it's getting very late, and I gotta go kill my cat because he just did something very loud. I will see you guys tomorrow.
They would give him the footage.
Okay, guys, you only gotta bear with my bad angles for a couple more videos. I got my new angle arm coming tomorrow, so I can really start doing crap, right? But I want to finish this after I filed like crazy all the sharp edges, and then filed these little tabs. And it turns out these little tab things are really, really strong. I'm shocked. But and this I did with my craft resin. Again, as I say in every video, I absolutely love this craft resin. I do it right in the house. Crack the living room window because it's freezing outside, but I crack it just a little bit. Turn on the air purifiers, and I've had no problems. All these videos I've done, I've had no problems. Anyways, okay. Uh-oh, I missed one. How did I miss this? Anyway, I went through, and my recommendation, if you're filing pieces like this, I take the tape, and I got a piece right here. I will put it, I need to file this one and come back, but I put it like right here, and since this is a bigger piece, I'll put a couple more. I never stick the ends down because the ends will leave residue. I don't know why, but the ends will leave residue on your project. But I just file straight across like this, and I don't scrape the other side, but I do have to tape more. Oops, I do have to tape more across because I have to get these. See how you can see where it lifts up right there. You can see all that, and apparently it's because it still needed to be filled more, but I didn't have much hope for this, as I said in the beginning of the video, because the mold was so tiny and thin, but I guess I could have benefited from filling it more. But it looked like it was completely full when I put it in the dry room, and I didn't want to fill it anymore and have it overfill during the night, or, you know, cause we all know resin moves at its own speed, and I've had them sit perfectly fine for an hour. I go to bed, come back in the morning, and they've overflowed. But anyways, so I'm going around and filing all these wonky edges that you can see, that little ridge. I'll file all that down. And it is making, and the reason I'm doing that so intently on this one is because I put this together, well, halfway put it together. Oh yeah, this is where I did not tape it. See those scrapes and scratches? Thank goodness it's on the inside, nobody will see it. But it's terrible, because I completely forgot to tape it. So, do not forget to tape it, because your file will drag. Even if you think it's not dragging, it will drag. Or if you don't have any tape, you could put your thumb right here and file at an angle so your thumb is catching the other end of the emery board. Anyway, that being said, okay guys, this is tricky. Now, end piece, side piece. I'm not a pro. Let's do this. Click that in the end, click that in the side. Now this is the best way I found to do it. Side and bottom, then put the end. I've done it a couple of times so that I can show you what I think is the best way. And the end, and you do gotta kind of lift that one out, the side piece out, and click it in. And then the final side. And there we go. And I gotta admit, it's so cute and so pretty. I'm gonna glue it together, and there are some tiny little gaps, and that's my doing because I didn't quite fill it like I should. But this was a practice run, trying out a new mold, and then I put this end to the blue end, and there it is. And it is so cute. It is so cute. And there are my flub ups along there, which I'm aware of. It has its faults. But I'm telling you, it's overall cute.